What is that? What is advocacy journalism?
Advocacy journalism is where the journalist is promoting a specific idea or philosophy, not acting objectively to obtain truthful information and report that information, but rather to advocate a particular objective. As I said, it's propaganda. That's what it is. But that has become the norm in most of journalism education in the United States now, and I suspect in most Western nations.
Find the story that fits with our ethos and publish that.
or craft the story to fit our narrative,
right.
Which is what we're observing. Okay, that's advocacy journalism.
Yeah.
So when you see these journalists that that are pushing a narrative or a storyline, I mean, it's always existed in journalism. Historically, back as long as there's been journalism, there's always been this kind of shady, gray journalism. But it's now considered the norm and justified as necessary, for the protection of democracy and advancement of the common good. Right? It's just another chunk in the nudge logic, and a lot of that has been actively promoted through funding from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So he has captured, in a significant way, corporate media, even down to the level of the training of those that are the functional arms that are turning the crank of corporate media through his investments, and set a tone for the way things should be, and it's all justified as for the common good. It's right and proper that we should only be seeing information which advances technologies which will reduce the risk of climate change, whatever the topic area is. That advance the logic that beef ingestion is damaging to the environment, and therefore we need to go to highly processed laboratory and soy-based foods, right? This is what gets promoted because that's what's in the common good. That's what's going to be necessary in order to avoid deforestation and reduce the carbon footprint. That's advocacy journalism,
right.
And actively promoted by Gates. So you ask, what's his role? He has this enormous access to the press that treat him as a little god, and on top of that, it hit me during an interview with Candace Owens, and she was asking me about Bill Gates. And I said, the way I hear the story, he really wasn't that much of a coder. Now, I've heard some back and forth on that. I was a computer science major, so I have and both of my sons are computer science majors. So the way I hear it, the story, he took advantage of some very opportune circumstances that presented to him involving IBM and operating systems and the early days of the PC. So he's not particularly gifted in that area. He didn't graduate from Harvard. I dropped out. What he is probably the world's greatest monopolist in the history of the world. He is really adroit at understanding how to build monopolies. I don't think anybody can dispute that. And in my opinion, he is, whether consciously or unconsciously, he has monopolized world health. And he has no training. He's not a physician. He's not a scientist. He's surrounded himself with sycophants that tell him what he wants to hear. And he has this enormous financial power to basically craft reality, just as the WEF does economically. And we've all suffered from it. He has deeply influenced public policy all the way through this. in ways that just circumstantially, I guess, happen to be aligned with his own financial interests and with his own biases. As they say, it's Bill Gates's world. We just live in it, right? And now he seems in his own on the spectrum kind of a way to be acknowledging that the public health response was disproportionate to the true threat.
His recent comment.
Yeah, and also has previously acknowledged that the vaccines don't work. They're not providing protection against infection, replication, and spread. The margins that everybody argues about is whether or not they're providing protection against disease or death. And increasingly, that argument is getting lost by the pro-vaccine group, those that are advocates for these policies. And he seems to have this attitude, oh, well, we blew it now, but there's going to be another big one. And on the background of all of this, there's Tedros and the WHO and these international health regulation modifications that would give the WHO more power, the advocacy for a significant fraction of each Western nation's budget to be routed to the WHO to manage future outbreaks. As if they've done such a great job here, they need more money, and it's well justified because clearly they saved the world in their own minds, apparently. And that this would confer on Tedros, these new regulations, the right to basically intervene in the policies of a sovereign nation in the event that he declares a public health emergency.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency Because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.